We're a little late on that. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? And welcome on in to Just the Bet Slips, where we bring you all the hot tips to help your bet slips. It is Sunday, March 30th. We are getting close to the end of the month. Your boy is definitely not sniffing 60% this month, but he will come back next month. I assure you that. I am your boy Poolside Pat, riding solo for now. Might have people hop in randomly. Definitely send in some bets in the comments if you're here. I will bet anything that goes into the comments. That is a promise. I will show proof. But yeah, Poolside Pat here, all the way back on the Cardinals, as you can see down below here. But we have a good underdog slate with a very ominous number. So I think we've had it before, I'm pretty sure, but ominous number. So that's a little teaser. We've got a very light 750 club, but it still hits 750, and I love it. And then we obviously have the tabletop. And even though he's not here, we're going to get into the performance doubles of the day because I have 3. Yes, 3. And might even, whether it's a comment or I make it myself, we're going to add a 4th live on air here at Just the Bet Slips, where you can find us on all the socials, X.com, the Everything app, and all hosts are thankfully and gratefully affiliated with Fan First Sports Network. You can go there at Fans First SN on the X.com, the Everything app, and find them all over social medias with all the articles, all the podcasts, all the live shows. We appreciate them very, very much. But let's get into it. Before we go any further, do have to do the thing with the thing so that I don't get in trouble, specifically because I'm here alone today. Let's throw that up there. And now I don't have anybody to tell me how bad I am at graphics. Here we go. It is the disclaimer number 1. I am not a paid professional gambler, nor has anybody on the show been a paid professional gambler. The show's for fun and entertainment purposes only, and that's all we aim to do, not just with this show, but with our podcast that drops every Friday, where we talk about a topic, we give some picks for the weekend. Go check that out if you haven't already. Number 2, please gamble responsibly and at your own risk. Do not gamble more than you can afford, and only bet what you can afford to lose. That is the greatest tip I've ever been given as a gambler. It has really saved me in a lot of circumstances, so please adhere to number 2. And number 3, gambling can be addictive, so please seek help if you or a loved one or a friend or a cousin needs it. 1-800-GAMBLER is an easy way to get that help. It is a national help hotline that you can get the help that you or a loved one might need, because gambling can be addictive. It releases the same chemicals in your brain as certain addictive drugs. So make sure you are always adhering to number 2. And if number 2 has gotten away from you, then you can go to number 3, which is 1-800-GAMBLER. And we are not currently affiliated with or sponsored by any sports book, although we are looking for that said sponsorship. But as of right now, at 12:19 on March 30th, 2025, we are not affiliated with or sponsored by any sportsbook. So that's that. 1-800-GAMBLER. Please gamble responsibly and at your own risk. And we are not paid professional gamblers. All we're trying to do here on this here show is to bring you the hot tips to help your bet slips. And before we go, I just wanted to shout out to, well, first of all, anybody who ends up watching this, this schmuck here going solo. But I have picks and I wanted to talk about them. So, Kel's got lunch plans. Not quite sure what CJ and the other guys are doing, but wanted to come on here, even if it's a shorter show, and just get through through all the parlays, because guys did make picks. They sent in their picks. Rob sent in picks. Tommy sent in picks. So we're going to talk about them all. But I do want to say a very quick thank you to our X.com following. Obviously, we're trying to grow all of our socials, but X was the first and foremost, and we have we're over 100. We're at 110, I believe, this morning. I saw that. Really appreciate it. We're growing fast. Fan First also helping out with that, so we really, really appreciate that, and look forward to continuing to grow, because we're just getting started, and this show is not going to stop. And you'll see, not just me, but all these guys, relentless, grinding. We're going to keep doing the show almost every day. Yeah, we took yesterday off, but life happens, and we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep grinding, and we're going to keep giving you hot tips for your bet slips and putting out picks. I'm going to keep trying to get to 60% on a given month, and then and everybody else will keep going. So thank you so much. We really love and appreciate you, and we would love more we would love more comments, more interaction. Like I said, any live show, if you put a bet in that comment section, I will bet it. And I know I'm not looking at YouTube right now. I know we're live on YouTube right now, but we appreciate anybody who can subscribe to that channel. And we will continue to grow here because it just helps us out and it helps us have fun and bring you a fun, entertaining show. So thank you so much. But without further ado, just me. So I don't want to just talk to myself this whole time. So let me get into the segments. And first and foremost, as always, it is the cutest parlay in the game, featuring one of our own, two of our own, really. It is the Underdog Slate. I keep forgetting to change the name. I'm just going to change it one day. See. Oh, he'll definitely notice. But the Underdog Slate, Underdog Parlay, if it were. We've got all of our cuties here. We've got Emma, who is the reason why this show even, or this segment even started. RIP. Got these two hooligans over here. And then this right down in the bottom right is our very own Kel Dog, looking cute as a button here on the Underdog Parlay Slate, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to send this out. Parlay in all of gambling. Yeah, this is a little inside baseball here. Okay, get that tweeted out, and then we will continue. So there it is. There you have it. I only have mine for explanation-wise, but there it is. Orioles money line is Tommy's. Tommy Baseball. Tommy Sir Thomas of House Stats, as we are lovingly referring to him as. He's got the Orioles. That is on the road against the Blue Jays, so he has a series win for them. It is Sagano. I really hope I'm saying that right. Tomoyuki Sagano against Chris Bassett, and Tommy likes the Orioles to keep the beginning of their season going. They are currently the underdogs, obviously being on the road, but they are certainly a team to be reckoned with in the beginning of the season. And this is without Gunnar Henderson, so. Yeah, I mean that's Tommy's pick, and it's there on the underdog site. I'll get to Roberts next. He has the Atlanta Hawks. So let me take a look into this game. He has the Atlanta Hawks going on the road, so another road game, taking on the Milwaukee Bucks in Milwaukee, and he likes the Hawks. He likes the Hawks +4. You could probably get it at 4.5 at times, or depending on your sportsbook and when you get it. It's a late game, so just keep an eye on that line. But he got it at +4, and you know what? I'm inclined to be with Rob on here. So shout out to the Hawks. And then I have Michigan State. This is actually some of my picks. I really wish I had some of my guys here to explain, but I'll explain it to you, people that are watching, which again, very much appreciate it. I don't know if they're going to win, Michigan State, because there's a tale of two stories here. And if you've been following our show and our podcast, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you are not familiar, I will spell it out for you. So we did, and go check it out, the podcast on Spotify right now. We're working to get it on all the platforms, but right now it's exclusively on Spotify. I had picked Michigan State as my pumpkin team, a team that I didn't believe in, a team that I didn't think would get even to the point that they're at, the Elite Eight here. And hand up, I was wrong. Hand up, Michigan State turns out very, very good. Okay, hand up, I was wrong. They're playing an Auburn team who, for those that are not aware, Rob, parlay guy, who's on the show, on the podcast, he is an Alabama fan. And if you're not familiar, Alabama and Auburn have quite the history when it comes to being rivals, mostly in football, but clearly just in general. He put a decree that if Auburn was to make the Final Four, he would have to buy an Alabama t-shirt. I'm going to lobby that he buys like a flag and has to put it in his Alabama man cave, but t-shirt would suffice. So this is really, and I know Rob's is going to be on my back with this one. Give me the points. It's gone up to 5.5. So even hammer, I'm probably going to rehammer at 5.5 as well. But I think Michigan State can win this game. I think Auburn, they had to fight to get to this point. They had to fight in the Sweet 16 to get to this game. And Michigan State just seems like they've been rolling with very little what's the word I'm looking for? Very little resistance is Michigan State so far through this tournament. And they're looking like, first of all, making me look like a pumpkin with picking against them. But I don't know. I like Michigan State to at least cover, and I really definitely think they can win. Speaking of which, by the way, what a chalk tournament. Very disappointing in some ways. And I mean, we'll probably end up talking about it on the podcast, so make sure you like and comment and subscribe. But the days of Cinderella's making runs could be over unless things change. So there you have it there. And like I said, ominous number. Yep. I mean, you might get it differently in certain sports books, especially now with some of the lines changing, but 666. I saw that, and I wasn't sure if I loved it or hated it, but there it is, the underdog parlay. Ride, fade, whatever you want to do. Maybe fade all of them and see what happens. Who knows? But there you have it. There is the underdog parlay for today. Next, and certainly not least, it is our newest segment, which I have very much taken a liking to when it comes to baseball specifically, as you'll see in a minute. And maybe we'll do a live, we'll make a live one right now, but I'll get into mine. And then, again, any comments, anything, any bets that show up in the comment section, I will bet live right now. And, but we'll keep this show on the road because there he is. He's not here right now, but the PD King himself, the performance doubles of the day. There they are. It is beautiful. He is beautiful, looking like he's partied, but he's got his crown on because he is the PD King himself. So let's get into it. Yeah. So first and foremost, it is, and I do want to say it. I have these on my sheet for to be tracked. As a on my records. I'm not going to hit 60%, as you'll see when we get to the records. So I very much, unless I'm going to have to bet like 30 games again tomorrow to even have a chance, but which I don't think I'm going to do. So we're going to go into April and try and be 60% in April. But that being said, love the Cardinals right now. As you can see down below, I'm very much back all in on the Cardinals this year. I like how they've looked the first two games. I know it's only 2 games, but that's baseball for you, Susan. They're going for the sweep today, opening series sweep of the Twins. You'll see later on, and actually the next segment, that I upped this number for Pallante. But I love Pallante. I love that he's in the rotation. He's earned this spot in the starting rotation. He's not necessarily a swing and miss guy. He's not really a strikeout guy. He's more pitch to contact, get and let the defense, which is looking amazing, do their thing. But 4 seems, especially because I see him getting at least a quality start like Eric Fetty did yesterday, who only had 2 strikeouts, but a quality start, 6 innings. If Pallante gets 6 innings, I don't see any reason why he's not going to hit this 4 strikeouts. And then obviously I have the Cardinals to win. That is my first performance double. We'll get to the next one. I know this goes against Tommy's stats, and I'm sorry, Sir Thomas of stats, but DeGrom healthy for the first time in what seems like forever. He's a strikeout king, going against Pallante in this situation. One is not necessarily known for strikeouts. The other very much is. Give me DeGrom 7+ Ks. Excuse me. Ks. I think a lot of sportsbooks have him right around 7 or 8. I think his over/under is probably 7.5 or 6.5, depending on where you are. I took just 7+, and the Rangers to take care of business against the Red Sox in Texas. So that is my second one. And third, and certainly not least, shout out to, so I go against Tommy. Sorry, Tommy. And then I'm going with our PD King here, Aaron Nola. He's been one of my guys, not just in fantasy, but in general. Love watching him pitch. I've got him 6 strikeouts and a Phillies victory to round out my performance doubles. But as I said, I mean, it's my show right now. So I'm going to take a little inside baseball here, and we're going to make one right now. And because I don't envision anybody hopping in the chat and giving me one, I'm going to just do one live for the sake of doing a performance double. Here we go. Bring up my sportsbook of choice. I'm going to find another baseball one. Might as well just keep rolling with the strikeouts. So we got Stroman and Sabal. Don't really like any of that. I do like Taj Bradley against the Rockies. So I think that might be where I go. And I am betting against the Rockies You know what? That's what I'm going to do. We're going to go Taj Bradley, Tampa Bay Rays. We're going to go, 8 plus 115. He's a strikeout guy. I'm going to go 7. I'm going to go 7 strikeouts for Taj Bradley and the Rays to win against the Rockies. Get that at 156, depending on your sportsbook of choice. So we're going to put that in right now. So Taj Bradley. Oh, I don't know why that happened. See, this is why I am not the graphics guys, but you guys will hopefully bear with me here. And I don't even know where to go now. Oh, here we go. Alignment. That is the smallest font I've ever seen in my life. Okay, not quite sure what's happening here. There we go. Taj Bradley, 7 plus Ks, and Rays money line. There you go. There you have it. Look at that. Bang. Throw that up there for the people. Anybody who wants to ride, fade, whatever you want to do. Those are the 4 performance doubles of the day. Make sure I write that last one down so I can track it in my own sheet here. Maybe we will sniff 60% if I can hit some of these bets today. End of the day, I'm just looking to keep my units looking right around where they are right now anyway. So there you have it. Performance doubles of the day. Great new segment. Ride, fade, join us, whatever you want to do. Okay, next, and again, we will get to, we had the cutest parlay in all the game. Performance doubles of the day lives on. And now we get to the least kept secret parlay in the game. Join me and tell me what to bet, because I will. Okay, get that done. It is, again, like I said, the least kept secret in all of gambling parlays. It is the 750 Club. We get in here, getting a little. Look at me, I got my little suit on with the t-shirt, looking okay, I guess. Not really. I have a hat on because my hair is a mess, but it is the least kept secret in all of gambling parlays, because there's one rule about Fight Club that Brad Pitt says down there, and that is that you do not talk about Fight Club. But the one rule about 750 Club is that you tell absolutely everybody that you possibly can. You yell it from the rooftops. You run outside and you say 750 Club, and then you tell everybody what the bets are, and that's what we're going to do today. Like I said, it's a little shorter version of said parlay. It's just over the threshold of the 750, and if you are not aware, that just means that the bet has to be plus 750 or more. It's one of our home run hits, or home run plays, if you will. You hit one of these for the month, and you could end up being okay, depending on the numbers. But let's just get right into it and what we're working with today. There it is. I'll start bottom up. I know Alec Boehm is, he's definitely one of CJ's guys, Philly. But this is actually Robert's 750 Club pick for the day. I just want to bring up his stats. I know it's early in the season, so guys aren't really accumulating much right now. But in the young season, he's already got 4 hits in 10 at-bats, so he's hitting right around 400. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a crapshoot at the beginning of the season, but I do like these bets from both Rob, and the second one is Ketel Marte, Arizona Diamondback. That is Tommy, Sir Thomas of Stats. It's hard to really pick against Tommy when he has a baseball pick. So I know we're looking for Marte to really – I like this because I've been picking him to hit a home run. That's actually the fun part of the beginning of the season, is picking guys to hit their first home run and like being on the right side of history. I've been doing a lot of home run parlays, like, dollar to pay – $200,000. But you get, just like golf, which we talked about, you get good odds with the home runs. So even if you just hit one, throw a couple single individual bets, like I think Ketel is like a 3 plus 350. So you're getting almost 4 to 1, maybe even more, just to have him hit a home run, which something I've been trying to do. Smaller parlays, but also those big parlays to go to Vegas type thing that we like to do here. Himself, he's 5 for 14, 2 doubles on the season. Again, like I said, yet to hit his first home run. and a walk. So in his first 3 games. So like the Kettle pick. And then mine is, like I mentioned, I have Palante in my performance doubles, but I threw him in here with 1 additional strikeout. I really do believe if he throws 6 innings, he will get to this number. So let's just hope he gets a quality start. And then this has a good chance of hitting, and you could get that right at or around 780. I'm sure some sportsbooks are probably more close to 8-1. Some might be a little bit less. But yeah, I like the odds. I like the idea of these it being a 3-pick parlay, which we're going to be able to do more often now with baseball coming into play. So if you want to get into the least exclusive club in all of gambling, you can ride the 750 Club with us today here at Just the Bet Slips, where we bring you all the hot tips for your bet slips. So let's get to it. I hope I did this right because I don't know, so I could look like an idiot here, but we're going to get to it. Like I said, quick show by myself. Let's get to it. It is green. It is where all of our picks live, except my performance doubles only live on the performance double sheet, but they count towards my record. Just saying. It is the tabletop, and I did do it right. Thank you very much. So first is, which I love this little parlay that Rob put together. Again, he is the parlay king, parlay guy. We have a PD king and a parlay guy. We're going to start calling him the parlay prince. I like the idea of Rob being the parlay prince. Maybe he can chime in on how he thinks about that. But he's got the 2 college basketball games today, parlayed them together. As you can see there, Tennessee and Houston over 124.5, which is a bold strategy. Cotton, for those that get that reference, thank you. 2 of the best defensive teams in college basketball, in which I could actually bring up their exact defensive rating via KenPom. Houston is actually number 1 in the country, and Tennessee is number 3. So, bold strategy. I like it, though. I'm going to ride this. Shout out to Rob. I'm going to be on this parlay because sometimes what doesn't make the most sense is what's going to make you dollars, to shout out a former slogan of a different iteration of the show. Look, I'm going to put it in right now. Oh, well, it's moved to 126, but I'm going to move that right back down to 124, just so I'm on the exact same page. Over 124, and then Auburn and Michigan State under 147. Okay, we're going to move that line because that's also jumped on me, and I know we use the same sportsbook, so under 147. And then that I got this at. Oh, wait. What do I have in here? What's happening? Oh, no. All right, so I hit 10. So I got this at 209, so a little less than he has. But I'm going to ride the parlay guy, and he's probably happy that it's only 2 picks today because he always seems to. He did hit a good one yesterday, I think, that we shared on our socials, but he tends to miss his parlays by 1 leg, but this is only 2, so we just need 2. So shout out to our parlay guy, our parlay prince. Next, Sir Thomas of House Stats, who is coming with a big slate today, and I'll just run through them. Obviously, like Phillies, obviously love Orioles, Padres. Who the Padres have? I just want to make sure I at least throw some semblance of information behind his picks here. The Padres, the Fathers, probably a late game, I would imagine. Are they the Sunday night game? Myself. Yep, there. Braves, Padres. The 3-0 Padres against the 0-3 Braves, which, I mean, I know, again, early season, young season, but a little surprising there. Padres, he's got to go 4-0 and to send the Braves to 0-4. He's got the Yankees money line, them and their new bats looking like they are just a wagon without Juan Soto. Love that. To get the sweep against the Brewers. He's with me on NOLA. I have 6, and he has over 5.5, so literally the same bet. Don't like this one, but I think it has a good chance of hitting. Bailey Ober, Twins, over 4.5 Ks. And then, as we talked about, he's got his guy, Ketel Marte, 2+ total bases. And then he's against me, as you'll see in a second. And he's against, is he against anybody? Yes, he is against me because I have the opposite of this. He has got Tennessee 2.5 to cover against Houston. I'm hoping that maybe somehow we both win. but we'll see how that goes. But that is Sir Thomas of House Stats with a bigger card than usual. And we'll end with myself here. A little bit of a mix-up, little good mix here. I got Cavs, team that I'm going to keep riding. And I've talked myself into just doing it. Talked myself into, despite them being in the position they are, 59-15 clinched. I don't know if I don't think they clinched the number one seed per se, but they're right there. Maybe start resting their guys, but they're 31-5 at home is the Cavs, which is outrageous if you ask me. Taking on the Clippers at home, like I said, give me the 8. It's probably right around 7.5, 7, maybe 8, 8.5, depending on what sportsbook you use, but I'll take it either way. Next, give me my Knickerbockers taking on the Trailblazers, a team that I've been riding to cover spreads all year, but it's in the Garden. Trailblazers seem to have fallen off. Knicks are a very good home team. Give me them to win by double digits and cover that spread for me. Next, to college hoops, I've got Michigan State, as I've aforementioned, plus 4.5, and then I'm against the Tennessee of Sir Thomas of House Stats with Houston, team that I've been on all year. They're my pick in both my brackets. The 2 brackets I filled out, they are my national championship winning team. So give me Houston to not only win but cover. And then the baseball. So these are the teams. These are going to be, if not every day, almost every day. The White Sox one might change, but hear me out. So the Pirates minus 1.5. That's because, I have 2 teams that I'm betting against every single day on the run line because I missed out on the White Sox last year. I wish I had done that. I picked the Athletics for some dumb reason. Should have been the White Sox. If you bet against the White Sox run line all last year, you were up an astronomical amount of money. So I'm doing that. I have 2 teams that I'm going to start the season with at least, and we'll see how it goes. First is the Marlins, taking the Pirates minus 1.5 against them. Just we're going to see how this experiment goes. And then next, I already talked about it with the Taj Bradley performance double, but give me the Rays on the run line, minus 1.5, taking on the Rockies. That's the one I'm going to mainly keep my eye on this year is the Rockies. I think the Rockies are this year's White Sox. I think that actually the White Sox, maybe they're not going to be in the playoffs, but I think that they are going to be a smidge better than they were last season. And thus, my last experiment is betting on the White Sox run line every game, and that is 1.5 against the Angels in Chicago. Experimental, ride or fade, call me an idiot, whatever you want to do. That's what I'm doing for right now. It'll change, but I like the experimental aspect of that. So that is the tabletop. That is the show. But before we go, we have to bring it up. We're a day away. We got one more day left in this month to potentially. I don't even know. There's no way I get to 60%, but it is what it is. But here it is. The records. There they are. Yeah, one guy, our parlay guy, that's why I say, we'll follow Rob. He's up nearly 15 units. It's that guy, Tom, while he's got the record unit-wise not looking great, and that's, I think, probably why he's going pretty big today. I didn't update the bottom, so disregard the bottom. I know we lost both 750 Club and Underdog Slate on Friday, so but I don't have the records for the performance doubles of the day. We'll get that to you as soon as we can. And then sorry, Keldog, enjoy your lunch with the fam today. Not looking great. Parker had a rough Friday. He's down 5 units. CJ, his record, that's the dichotomy of this. You've got Tommy, who's 11 games over 500, and you've got CJ, who is 12 games under 500, but his units are a lot less because of those PDs that he so often does, that he's the king of. And then yours truly, 85-88. 211 is my mom's birthday, so maybe that'll bring me some luck going forward. But there you have it. Those are the records. Thank you to anybody who tuned in. I know it was kind of weird. It's always weird when it's just one guy, myself, doing this. Tabletop and records. Let's have a day. I don't know. I just want to type something. The old X.com, everything now. Just the bet slips. Again, we really very much appreciate all of the support on X. We appreciate all the support in general. Please go continue to listen to our podcast, which seemingly is growing every episode, and they're topical for more than just one day. The day that we release them on Fridays, you listen to them on Monday, it'll still be topical. Yes, we talk some bets, but at the same time, the topic of conversation usually can last well over a week. But yeah, we're going to continue to do that. That drops every Friday morning. And we're going to continue. We should be back tomorrow with a more normal crew, live show. And I just appreciate y'all for following and liking and commenting, supporting. Again, I'm going to leave it one last time. Any comment, I see all the people that are watching right now, or even if you just clicked on it, I will bet anything that goes in the comment section. But either way, much appreciated anybody who tuned in today. Again, I know it's a little weird when it's just one guy, especially this schmuck right here, but we do the best that we possibly can. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you. And I'm bad radio. I'm on my phone. But that is it. As you guys already know, all we try to do here at this show, I hope you have a great Sunday. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the ball, enjoy the puck, whatever it is you're watching. Let's go Cardinals. All we try to do here is bring you the hot tips to help your bet slips. Love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. If I can figure out this. Here we go. Love you. Responsibly chase that bag. That's all you got to do. Responsibly. Peace, love, and happiness.